In the veils of the darkness, he cried out, "I certainly done wrong. Save me, save me." His call was answered, and he was rescued of his sadness. And so will you, my son, be saved, and everyone who truly believes. Just know, my son, our calls are heard, and so you will always be saved. The universe hears us. Our calls are heard. That was the last words of my father's wisdom. What he meant, who he was talking about. Now that he is gone, I must look by myself. Is it that we call our destiny? Is it that if we ask, we shall be answered? I remember constantly we receive calls from the universe. Who doesn't snooze away these calls shall win, he said. The universe calls us. When we hear it, the universe prepares to listen to us, to listen to our calls, he said. And so shall I believe.
We live in a breathing world that has the ability to shape every day. There is a gigantic power in our calls. The world works upon divine laws. These laws are being applied to us daily, whether we know them or not. In this video, you're about to learn a secret that never been mentioned before. What's the story of the beginning? How the pen and the letter N affect our lives. What is the law of call? How do we apply it? What's the story of the beginning? At the beginning of the creation, a divine pen existed. It wrote the entire universe, its purpose, time, and their destiny, including our lives. The pen moved under the direction of angels, but it can only determine our nationality, family tree, race, history, and our looks. Yet, our thoughts, ethics, health, behavior, our life is all under our control. The pen reflects our minds and words. We are not just watchers in our life. We create our world. The universe relates to the smallest unit of speech, which is the letters. Each letter produces a certain energy wave depending on the way written and the sound it makes. When the pen was founded divinely, the first letter that was created is the letter N. How the pen and the letter N affects our lives. The letter N is in sequence with the divine pen that records everything. Most of the major words bounded with the letter N, such as be, universe, light, time, the humans, our soul, body, and spirit, the mother's womb. In order to attract any of these things, we need to call the energy of the letter N. The letter N creates an energy of the small letter N shape. This energy runs circularly open from the top, representing the world running energy. The energy runs in a closed circle except at the top. From the celestial realms, they descend to earth. We are like a small dot above the circle, and the circle is the hidden world around us. This circle represent us in our mother's womb, soaked in darkness, tied with the umbilical cord. The same thing, we live in a closed world, yet tied with an energetical line with the upper realm. All our life manifestation comes from the upper connection with the celestial realm. The basic component of the universe is the substances of darkness, which is a rich, living substance that appears only in the light. The shadow exists even without the light. In a matter of fact, it existed before the light. Nevertheless, in the dark world exist different worlds unseen to us. The shadow is just how life began. What is the law of call? The law of call is one of the divine laws that runs the entire universe. The law indicates our calls are always close to the energy of manifestation. The pen and the letter N is connected with the energy of yen. The yen energy promotes night, moon, rainy days, and relates to earth, fingers, back of the hand, slow movement. Furthermore, in the video, we will tell you why it's important. How to apply the law of call. The law of call works within certain conditions. The universe is very smart and can use any resources. Let's agree first. The universe inspires us our right path. There are 6 fundamental conditions to fulfill this law. Any disbalance in them, it'll affect the results. The calls are just the things you wish for by saying it and requesting it like a prayer. First, you must say your calls loudly. You should be able to hear yourself. Second, you must be alone and not done in front of others. Third, be sincere and feel your calls if you make them for yourself or others. Say your calls with good intention. Say your need and don't fear how big they may seem. Always call for big or even the smallest things. The more passionate we are about something, the more our calls are answered. Fourth, stay in sync with the universe. This is very important. In challenging times, you must develop a healthy manner and keep in control of your words, because human nature, if met with a hardship, then he is raped, and if in a grace, then he reserves. This is not a good manner. You must not think bad of the universe. The universe reads our thoughts, whether good or bad, but the world gives you freedom to think of it as you wish. The choice is yours, how you want to drive your life. Fifth, always be between these two, patient or thankfulness. The universe will give you credit even for trying. When encounter a challenge, be patient, don't be raged. When you are in grace, be thankful for what you have. Even if you have little, just count your grace. 6. Always write your calls as wishes with your own handwriting, because there is a relationship between what we write and our brain. Writing our calls in a paper is emotional writing that helps our brain recognize it and our handwriting. It helps the brain sync your feelings in the subconscious and reflect it in our actions, thoughts, and so on. It also triggers your creative self to achieve these goals in reality. It is advised to use bright colors pen in writing. Circle your writing after, as circle inspire calmness to the mind. Writing with fingers triggers the ear to listen and connects the memory. The ears are always connected with the heart. When we listen, we always feel. The best time to write is at midnight, on a rainy day, or under moonlight, using wooden surroundings. All these promote the yin energy that connects the power of the pen and the letter N of manifestation, which we talked about before. Only then I remembered what my father said.
Your medicine is in you and how you feel. Your sickness from you and what you see. You think you are minor mass, and you have folded in you the bigger world.